Good evening, everybody. Thank you for checking out my channel, checking out my video. Please subscribe and like and leave a comment. Tonight we have season 2, episode 10. This is the last episode for the season of Ghosts. This is the Power Book 2 Ghosts. So good. A very great season. I'm here for it. I've enjoyed every single episode. The cast is outstanding. The writing is outstanding. Great job. I know some people have shared with me that they have not watched since Ghost was killed off on the original Power series. I'm just like, you guys are missing something good. This is great TV, very entertaining. So on this particular episode 10, this is where Tariq is fighting for his loved ones, especially his sister. And he's been looking for Tasha all season. And basically, he's still fighting for his life because he's still in court. So this episode is about Tariq fighting for his loved ones, and it also turns out that he has to help Monet fight for her loved ones too. So it starts out with Monet and Mecca. They're out on a yacht somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. They just sailed off somewhere. They're not far. So they're chilling on the yacht, and then they're discussing getting rid of Monet's husband, Lorenzo. On the previous episode, Monet stated that Lorenzo was trying to have her and Zeke killed when there were people shooting at them. So she was stating that it was Lorenzo that was after her and her family. So they're plotting to have Cain to kill Lorenzo. And then the next scene that we have is where it's Tariq. He's getting up, getting dressed, getting ready for court. Of course, Effie is there with him. I like Tariq and Effie together. I really do. So cute. I also like Lauren too. So Tariq, he's trying to reach out to Lauren, to check on her because he told her that she needs to leave. Her life is in danger. And we know our girl Effie got rid of Lauren. We don't know for sure if Lauren is dead. However, we know Effie knocked her out and she took off with her. And I kind of feel like she's dead. I was thinking she was dead from the last episode. So Tariq, he's trying to get in touch with Effie and he can't reach her. And not Effie, but Lauren. So he's concerned, of course, because even though he's been dealing with Effie, Lauren, and Diana. So Tariq has been thotting it out. But as we could see, Effie has really fell in love with Tariq. Like, she is deeply in love with him. And she's showing that she's in love with him. So Tariq's showing concern about Lauren, and Effie's like he shouldn't even worry about her, that she turned out to be a snitch. So who even cares about Lauren? But of course, Tariq, he can't reach her, and so he's headed off to court. So when Tariq gets to the court and meets up with his attorneys, he finds out that the next witness is going to be Trace, which is Braden's brother. And Trace, he don't care for Tariq. He doesn't care about Tariq, and he don't care about blowing his cover, and he's ready to spill the beans. However, once they get into the court, that's when they find out that Trace is sick. He's not going to be able to make it. And then it's Braden who comes and takes a stand. And we already know that Braden is Tariq's boy. This is Ghost and Tommy all over again, guys. Instead of it being two poor guys that grew up together, it's two privileged kids that's coming up together. So unlike Ghost and Tommy, who grew up in like a poor neighborhood and their circumstances were totally different, we have Tariq and Braden, who are privileged kids, but yet and still they're choosing to do this drug thing. So Braden takes a stand and he really comes through for Tariq. He states that the drug business is his. He states that he's the president over the course correct thing that they have, where it's the cover up for a drug business. He spells out everything, and he even brings the proof that he's the president of that course correct. He has the paperwork from the Stern partners or transactions that they did with Stern Enterprises. And so it's like, and he states that the professor was writing about him. So with them, the prosecutors, they was trying to say that Tariq's motive is from the professor, I'm sorry, writing a book about him selling drugs on the campus. But Braden states that that was about him. It was not about Tariq. So of course, that removes the motive of Tariq. That gets the case kicked out and it's dismissed. So hooray, hooray, hooray for Tariq. I know if this is real, it would not be hooray, but hooray, 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 because this is something that's not real. It's just TV, guys. So I was excited about that. So it worked out. I mean, every time I see this combo, I'm just like, oh, this is just Ghost and Tommy all over again. And I just love their dynamic. And so here we have it again with these two. Braden came through. Yes, he did. And guys, I really love the banter that Davis and Sax have. It's always funny. They have some really funny lines in this series too. So it's not all like serious straight drama. They have like some really funny things that they do and they say on here, and it really trips me out. So then we have where Zeke and Mecca is hanging out. Mecca is the real father of Zeke. And so Mecca is showing Zeke around, letting him see the different cars he have and the different and his private jet. So Zeke, he's amazed by all this stuff, but yet and still he's not really feeling Monet, because of course Monet's lied to him his entire life. She pretended to be his auntie when really she was his mama all this time. Like, wow. But things like that happen in real life. So anyway, Zeke, he's not really feeling Monet. And another thing is that Zeke is not stupid. He may come across as that, but Zeke is not stupid. So he really knows that Carrie, the professor, she didn't just commit suicide. He really knows that Monet was the person that did that to Carrie. She made Carrie hang herself. They didn't show the action of it, but yeah, that lady had Carrie to kill her own self, or either she probably forced her by gun to get up there and hang herself. So that is not suicide, that's murder. And Zeke, he knows that. So he's not feeling Monet. He feels that Mecca is lying about Monet being with him the night that Carrie died. But Mecca gives him a car, a little sporty car. I'm not into cars like that, guys, so I don't know what type of car it was. Pretty cool car. It looked too small for his big ass, but he gave him a car. So that was pretty cool. And Mecca also asked Zeke to go away with him and Monet and the rest of the family. So that's something that Zeke is considering. Then we have when Monet is meeting up with Kane. I don't know, Kane's starting to look really good to me, the character. Anyway, so Monet meets up with Kane, and she explains to Kane that he needs to kill his father. He needs to get rid of Lorenzo, that he needs to be the one to do that. And she wants him to get with Tariq. So I guess Tariq can school him on how a son can kill his father. Kill his father, because she knows that Tariq killed Ghost. Tariq killed his own dad. And excuse me. So that's her plan, is to get Kane to meet up with Tariq so they can plot together on how to get rid of Kane's father, Lorenzo. This is really, that part is really silly to me, but that's what happened. Then we have the prosecutor, the lady, to come, and she informed Sax that Lauren was found dead, that she had a car accident. So that's how we find out that Lauren is dead, that she had a car accident and that ended her life. So they said that she had a bag of money in the car, and it appears that she was trying to run away. So we have Tariq that meets up with Monet. I almost said with Mary J. With Monet, and Monet's giving him the rundown about what they need to do. And it's not Lorenzo that she wants Kane to kill. She's trying to make Kane think that he's gonna kill Lorenzo, but really wants what she wants is for, I guess, for everyone to be out the way so she can kill Mecca. She's gonna kill Mecca because Mecca is a snitch. Snitches get stitches. So they plot everything, and the thing is that Tariq has a bag that belongs to Mecca, and that's got all his information, identifying him, and also his position as an informant. And it can be damaging to Mecca. And so Tariq has that bag, and Mecca wants the bag, and Tariq is holding it ransom. Um, so they're Tariq has gotten with Monet, and so they're trying to put together a plan so they could do like a switcheroo. I forgot the name of the game that they call it. It's like they're gonna be they do some type of thing where they're gonna throw off the tracking because there's a tracker in the bag, in the original bag, and also Mecca gave Tariq a phone, and the phone has a tracker. So they Tariq gets with Monet's family, Drew, Diana, Kane, Monet. They all get together and they plot to get additional bags, and I think it's like two other identifiable bags, like the original that with all of Mecca's information, and they put trackers in those, and they try to throw him off, which they do throw him off, and that way they can distract him. And so Kane and Tariq get together, and Kane is under the impression that they're going to kill Lorenzo, Kane's father. They go to the meeting place, and that's where Lorenzo is with Mecca's people. But lo and behold, when they get there, Tariq, that's when he informs Kane that they're not there to kill Lorenzo. They're there to kill Mecca's people because the plot is to get rid of Mecca's people so Mary J can have a clear way to kill Mecca. So they go there and they have a shootout with Mecca's people, and so they get rid of those people, which is their game plan. And then after that, they fast forward to Drew because Drew was supposed to to join them. And so Kane realizes he knows what Drew is. And Drew's at the campus. He went to meet his boyfriend who had texted him. I think his name is Elliot. So he went to meet Elliot, and Elliot was talking about someone using his badge to go into an unsecured place on campus or something like that. And that's from when Drew stole his school identity, school badge from an earlier episode, so he could steal Tariq's drugs. So while Drew's at the school talking to Elliot about his badge being stolen and being used, once Elliot leaves, that's when Drew is attacked by two guys that's supposed to be working for Lorenzo, but they have turned and they're working for Mecca. So they're saying they're not trying to work for this distro anymore. They're trying to work for the Connect. They think it's better. So they have turned and they jumped Drew, thinking that Drew has the original bag, and they're like really whipping on Drew. And then out of nowhere, before the guy can shoot Drew, Kane comes with a high kick and knocked the hell out of the guy. So it's like a battle going on there. It's like some good fighting. So I don't think it's actually them, but whoever the stunt people are really good. I pay attention to everything. I enjoy every bit of a show. If they got good stunt people, they got good stunt people, and they do. So that's going on. And then of course, they don't kill the guys there because they don't want it to happen on campus. So what they do is they throw them in the trunks of the car, and they take him off to Lorenzo to do whatever he needs to do with them for betraying him. So after all that stuff happens, we have Tariq, who reaches out to Mecca, and he's on his way to meet him as planned. And so we have Mecca and Mary J at the penthouse, and they're waiting on Tariq. And once he gets there, they buzz him up. And as soon as Mecca buzzes Tyrese up, gives the clear for not Tyrese, Tariq to come up, Mary J has the gun on Mecca. And lo and behold, she shoots him. She kills him. So that's the end of Mecca. Tariq comes up, and they have to do whatever they have to do. Oh, while all that's going on with Tariq, Mecca, and Monet, we have Lorenzo. He went back to the house, and when he got back to the house, the whole thing was that Drew had asked Diana not to look in the bag because Diana had the original bag. She's the person that had the bag that belongs to Mecca, right? And Tariq asked Drew to make sure Diana did not look in the bag. Drew asked Diana not to look in the freaking bag. But Diana looked in the bag. I would have looked in the bag too. Anyway, Diana looked in the bag and she saw everything, right? And so when Lorenzo gets back to the house, he could tell that Diana knows something, and so he gets it out of her. He gets it out of her, and she states that she looked in the bag and she saw bank accounts set up for all of them, excluding Lorenzo. So there was a bank account for Monet, for Zeke, for Kane, for Diane, for Drew, for all of them. Right? So it's like, okay, Mecca really plans on taking his family. Mecca really plans on taking Lorenzo's family. So Lorenzo takes it upon himself to go to Mecca's location. It wasn't to the penthouse, it's wherever he keeps those cars and the private jets. So he goes there and a car pulls up. He's thinking it's Mecca. He can't really see. All he sees is a tall shadow or whatever, a guy getting out of the car. And lo and behold, he starts shooting. He shoots the guy in the back. Guys, that was Zeke. Zeke drove up. Zeke had decided to come join them, and he was headed to get on the plane to wait on them. Yeah. So Lorenzo shocked Zeke in the back, and he didn't even know. He still didn't realize until later on when he got back to the house. And this is after Monet. I'm so sorry. This is after Monet has killed Mecca, and everyone's back at the house together. And Lorenzo comes in, and Mary J's like, "Where you been?" And he was like, "I was just out or whatever." And he's thinking that he killed Mecca. And as soon as he come in the house, Diana have them all to come into the other room to see on the news, and it states that Mecca was found dead in his penthouse. His penthouse, not on the jet, his penthouse. So that let Lorenzo know then that he shot the wrong person. He did not kill Mecca. He killed Zeke. But no one knows. Nobody knows that he killed Zeke. So yeah, that happened. Like, oh wow. That was something, because this entire season was about Monet protecting Zeke. She did not want Zeke to be part of what they were doing. He did not need to be connected to the drug gang. She was trying to keep him clean and clear, let him go to college, even though she had given him the wrong age, and let him play ball, let him be this superstar. He was going to be their out. He was their security key, so to speak, until everything came out anyway about his age, and also about him being her son. She's his mom. But that was crazy. So yeah, Zeke is gone. Zeke is gone. So we have it where she's lost Zeke after all of this hard work of trying to protect him, and he was killed by her husband. Yeah. So that's how the show ends with it was like a day or so later, we see they're all sitting at the table, and Mary J, she's looking over at the empty chair because Zeke's not there, wondering where Zeke is. And she probably was thinking that he just took off. He decided to leave them. But then she gets a call from the police officer stating that Zeke Cross is dead. Zeke is dead. So that was kind of sad to hear. Oh, and did I mention that Tariq, he did have it where his little sister, she got out of the foster care, and she was able to be placed back with Tasha, his mom. So they found Tasha. Tariq never did contact her. He didn't talk to her or anything, but he waited outside in the car. He was like in a tinted SUV where she could not see him, but he can clearly see her, and he saw his sister reunite with his mom. And so now she has a new identity and everything. She's in witness protection with Tasha. And I have been saying from the beginning, I was like, why don't they just put the little girl in witness protection with Tasha? That would be easy. Well, it seemed like it would be easy anyway. So that did happen within the show. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not. All right, guys. So that was the season 2, episode 10 of Power Ghost Book 2. A very great episode. I'm looking forward to another great season. Oh, and then when the police and everyone was at Mecca's place after he had been shot, after he had been killed, we come to find out that we have that detective back. I can't remember her name, but she's back. She's the same one who was on the original Power and who was after Ghost. And come to find out that this guy, Mecca, he was the reason why the feds were following Labels and also Ghost. He was the one who was like the informant on those guys and trying to get them, off the streets, arrested or whatever. So, oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't remember her name. She's a Hispanic chick. She was really good, but she's back and Tariq had wiped all the cameras, so it's like they didn't have any footage except for one clip, and that's from when Tariq was at the security desk when he first came in, and it was a camera from the hallway that he didn't swipe, but that camera has a view of Tariq at the desk, and she could clearly see that it was Tariq St. Patrick, and she said, "We meet again." So I'm looking forward to season 3, and I expect her to be on there, and she's gonna be on Tariq's ass. Such a great episode, guys. All right, so leave me your comment and let me know what you guys thought about the episode, what you think is gonna probably come up next. Um, and thank you so much for checking out my video. Please subscribe, please like, leave me a comment. Have a good night, and I'll chat with you guys later. Bye.